Right, hello YouTube, thank you for looking at my video. I'm new to this, it'll be my first video. Welcome to Dragonfly Outdoors. This will be a video going through what I take when I go out, either wild camping or just walk out indoors. Other people have other ideas. I'm reasonably new to this, I've only really been doing it for about 6 months. But this is the stuff that I've got now that has helped me get to where I am now. So let's start having a look. I'll start off by looking at shelters. So I started off with DD, as a lot of other people have. So I have the DD Frontline hammock. Is what I use predominantly when I go out. I don't actually own any tents, but I've started out hammocking. So DD Frontline hammock with the DD 3x3 tarp. I also have a DD 4x4 tarp. For when it drops really cold, I'll use the 4x4 tarp to give me that little bit of extra shelter so I can drop it a bit further down to the ground to block any breezes. I also have the DD underquilt. Brilliant bit of kit. Started off, didn't use the underquilt, used a mat. Mat deflated, I got cold. Also on the first time out, used a cheap sleeping bag. Zip broke, didn't help, was cold. This was in August, September sort of time. Would always advise to use an underquilt. The sleeping bag that I use is the DD Jura 2. It's not in its bag at the moment, but I always find it easier to put this into the bottom of my Bergen, my rucksack, to fill up any spare gaps. It compresses down really small and it just fills up any gaps, make it comfier for me to carry it. That's what I tend to use for my shelter. That's all I will use at the moment for my sheltering. Is it good? Yes, I've been down to -3 in it and I was perfectly warm. I cannot fault it. Are there better things on the market? Sure, but if you're looking for cheap, durable, does the job, can't complain, I will go with DD. Right, next, gut shelter. So let's go for fire. I have a little fire making kit that I've made myself. It's just a little leather patch. I had an offcut of leather, made my own little patch. In here I've got silver birch bark, some char cloth that I've made myself in a little mint tin, some Amadou. I'm yet to actually try it, don't know whether I've done it right, wrong, but watching videos on YouTube, we'll try it out next time I can go out. Not looking promising at the moment. Piece of fat wood that I've found, cut it off a tree, looks alright to me, not been doing it long, we'll test it out again another time. Smells of resin, looks like it's full of resin, we'll see. A little candle, for if all else fails, I've always got a candle, and a ferro rod. That's how I like to try and start a fire. Like I say, I keep it all stored in this little leather pouch. If you want to see how I've made this pouch, there are other videos on YouTube, but if you want to see how I've made my own personal one, put it in the comments underneath and I will make a video showing you how I made it. But that's my fire kit. Like I say, I do have another kit, which is this one, which has got some kindling in, so some kiln dried wood. It's also got a lighter, matches, things like that in it. So if I'm going away and I am camping, this fire lighting bag will always come with me, regardless of whether it's a day trip or a camp. If I'm going out camping, I will take this one. It's got some kindling because I know I'm going to pretty much going to want to fire. I've also got a guaranteed fire lighting source. I am a smoker, so I've always got a lighter with me anyway, so fire is something I should not be short of. Along with that, we'll go for water. I always take 2 of these, so I always have 2 litres of water with me. These are cheap, plastic, BPA free bottles, each hold a litre. Wide opening so that I know I can pour water into it or collect water with that. Along with the 2 of these, I have a Sawyer Mini water filter, which is in here. So I do have the Sawyer Mini water filter. I'll advise everybody, they are cheap, they're reliable, as long as you don't let them get frozen. They will do thousands of litres of water. And in that I also keep the other 1 litre bottle. It just keeps it all together. I also have a little 10cm Zebra Billy can. So if I have got the water filter, I do tend to, you don't have to, but I will tend to boil it. This also comes under the food because I know I can boil water in it. Very handy bit of kit. It has the bail arm, so you can hang it up off of a tripod or something, have it hanging over the fire. That also brings me to the food side of it. So along with the billy can, I will also have my MSR lockable pan. I like this. I can make a stew in it for 1, 2 people. You can put, if I'm going out camping, I will take this. I can use a saucepan, frying pan. If I'm making a stew, I can put everything in there that I'm going to use, seal the lid up, nothing's going to come out. So if I've got potatoes, onions, carrots, meat, all in there, I know it's well sealed, it's got a secure lock on it, there's no rattling, it isn't going to come out. I can make a stew, I'm sure I can be hungry. I also have a Reddies bag. In here there is teas, coffee, some super noodles, pasta thing that I can tip into me. Where is it? If I can find it, I'll show you. Can't see it at the moment. It might be still be in my bag. I'll find it in a second. Oh, here it is. So it's got everything I need in there. This will come out with me regardless. I know I've got food, I've got drinks. This will also come out with me all the time. It's the OEX Takana gas cooker. So it's OEX's version of a Jetboil. Is it good? Yes, it's brilliant. It's reasonably priced. I think it's £40-ish. Brilliant bit of kit. It'll boil up to a litre of water in 5 minutes or so. I'm not 100% sure. But if I've got that and that, I know I've got food and drinks. This does come in a carry case. I've not got the correct size gas bottle at the moment, but the gas bottle and everything is contained in that. It has everything you need is in there, plus it comes with its own mug if you haven't seen them. So if you want something similar to a Jetboil but don't want to be paying the prices for a Jetboil, or you don't know if it's going to suit you and you want something reasonably cheap to try it first, get one of these. I've had no problem with it. Brilliant. Right. Along with my sleeping and everything else, I do have some comfort items, obviously. Don't need to take them, I've only had them recently. A small inflatable pillow. This is the Hype Venture Ultralight pillow. For what it is, brilliant, packs down to ridiculously small. brilliant piece of kit. I have an undermat that I used. This is one that I bought before I got the underquilt, but after my last one deflated on me. R value of 4. It's the Trek 3 Compact. Brilliant little mat. I am looking at going out later on when we can go back out again and having a go with this, because I now have a Bush Pro Bivy from OEX. So I will be joining these up with, I don't know whether to use that sleeping bag or I have another 2-season sleeping bag. Regardless, whichever one I end up using, I am going to be doing a camp with these when we are allowed back out again. Not sure when that will be, as nobody else seems to do at the moment either, but we will get there, I'm sure. Along with that, that's pretty much food, fire, water, shelter, all sorted. What else do I take? I will always take a change of clothes, so I will take a change of trousers, underwear, t-shirt. We're in the UK, it does rain, it doesn't get as cold as a lot of places, but this is the climate that we're used to. As well as this, I will take a woolly hat, I will take gloves. In winter, I will take a balaclava or a snood. I don't like being cold the same as nobody else likes being cold, so that's what I will take. Like I say, always take some spare clothes. I have them in a dry bag that can just go straight into the bottom of my rucksack. I know it's there, I know they're going to be dry. I also take, at the moment it's winter, so I'm also taking a wool blanket, also in a dry bag. Obviously, if it's summer, you don't need to be taking things like this. You don't need to be taking a 4-season sleeping bag, but you need to cover yourself how you are, whether you're a warm sleeper, cold sleeper. There's only you knows how you sleep. And at the moment, I also have a down jacket. It's only a cheap one. I think it was Mountain Warehouse. I've not personally used it yet. I have one. It's in there. It's there. If I start getting cold or wet, I know I've got another jacket that I can put on while my normal outdoor jacket is drying out under the shelter or something. I know I've got something that will keep me warm. That pretty much covers everything that I will take to keep me warm. Tools wise, what will I take? Right, I have various knives for various reasons. I do have a multi-tool. This is a Rothenberger, so it's supposed to be a plumber's tool, but it has pliers, it has a knife, it has a saw, screwdrivers, things like that are on this. I will take this. If I've got splinters or something, I do have pliers or bits of wood or something small that I need to cut. I have this. This will do me at a pinch. I could probably get away with most of the things that I personally use a knife for at the moment. Like I said, I've not been doing it long, but that's that. This is a knife I've had for years. It's a Dingo. I couldn't tell you the manufacturer, but it's a reasonably thin blade. I don't really use it too much, but it's one that I do have. If I'm out on a day hike, I will take a little Mora Companion. It's a bit battered and bruised, it needs cleaning up and sharpening and everything. There's a carbon blade one. I will take that. And I will take a folding saw, or a sliding saw as this is. This is the Bear Grylls Gerber. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a bent blade. I thought this would be better than it is. It does straighten out really easily, which isn't really a testament to how strong this blade is. Does it cut wood? Yeah. Would I get another one? No. I would go for the likes of I personally would probably spend a little bit more and go for the Laplander by Bahco or the Silky if the money was there. As you can probably tell, a lot of my things are done on the cheap. I haven't been doing it long. I didn't know whether I was going to get on with it. It was something that I always enjoyed, being outside, so I thought I'd give it a go. So my kit is building up slowly. If I'm going out camping, I will take this moorer, which has a ferro rod with it, which is the black, I think it's called the Bushcraft. So I'll take that, and that will be my primary knife that I will have on my belt all the time. I'll also take the sliding saw again, because that's the only one I've got if I need to cut up firewood. I've also got a beast of a knife that I made myself, just down in the shed playing. So this is a homemade knife. Is it good? If you want to batten wood, I will use this knife. It's made out of carbon steel with an oak handle, and I've battened wood with it. Brilliant bit of kit. Doesn't really lose its sharpness. Not set to any particular angled grind on the blade, but it does the job. It does strike on the ferro rod. It will make sparks. Not brilliant, but at a push it does do it. And that's a little sheath that I've also made that just needs finishing off, needs tidying up. I've also made that for that. If anybody wants to see a video of how I've made either the knife or the sheath, please put in the comments that you'd like to see that, and I will endeavour to put a video up of how I make them. The knife took me a couple of days waiting for glue to go off and such like. The sheath is probably an hour's work. I'm not a leathersmith, I'm not a blacksmith, I'm a basic engineer that's interested in doing things like this. But that's what I've made. That's the knife I've made. I also have, back to the budget, a basic, bog standard, Silverline axe. I think it was £5. As you can tell, it's battered, it's bruised. Is it a high quality axe? No. No, it's not. Does it do everything I've wanted it to do? Yeah. Absolutely everything. It chops wood. I wouldn't use it to cut down a tree. If I want to cut down a tree, obviously dead standing, don't cut down a live tree unless you need it to be live for a reason. If you're making a tripod or something, obviously you don't want them to catch fire. But if I'm battering a decent thickness of wood that's off dead standing, obviously that's going to work a lot better than what my knife is. Apart from that, I don't really take a great deal with me. All of this goes into, I have 2 rucksacks, or 2 Bergens. I have the DD Bergen, which I believe was 66 litres. That is good if I'm going camping and I don't need to take all the extra stuff for winter, or if I'm just going away for a day, I'll use that. It's got the pockets that you can take off to get to the size that you want it. That is my day-to-day bag that I will use on short trips. At the moment it's winter, so I've got the Snugpak Bergen, which is 100 litres. That fits everything I need in it, plus more than what I'm ever going to need in it at the moment. I don't go out. The longest I've been out is 2 nights, and that held everything I needed for those 2 nights. Food, water, clothes, all my shelter and fire. Like I say, I am new to it. People that have been doing it for years will tell you that you don't need to have such a big bag. I probably won't in a few years' time. If I'm still doing this, I won't need to have as big bag, because I will have whittled down what I want to take, what I need to take, and I'll be more into it and know what I'm going to use and when and what I can multi-purpose and things like that. I am reasonably new to it. We're in the middle of a lockdown. I can't get out much to actually find out what I'm doing, but that's what we're doing, and this is what I have at the moment. With regards to the channel is basically going to be myself. Occasionally one of my friends has said that he might come on with me, doing things like wild camping, doing hiking, walking outdoors, trying to learn bushcraft. It's something that I want to get more into, is the bushcraft side of it, henceforth having the fire lighting bag with the silver birch. This is what I want to start doing as a hobby, and I want to take you along with me if you want to come with me. So if you do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if there's anything that you would like to see me do or try to do, anything that I've mentioned here. If you want a review of any bits of kit, let me know, and I will endeavour to either get that particular bit of kit or something very similar to that bit of kit if I can't get hold of that bit of kit due to money wise. There's a few things in the pipeline that I'm looking at getting when money will allow it. I've got a few companies that I'm talking to with regards to getting some bits of kit to review. As soon as I've got them, I will stick a video up. Anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you again on my next video. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves.